Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Viaglo. If you are new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps and I resell clothes and shit. That's exactly what I do. Alright, so today I want to give you 5 brands that have 100% sell-through rates for me specifically, okay? And so first, I do want to say that I got this idea over from Mercari Life, and the initiators of this style of video originated from spending under 30. So first, the criteria: how many items I've sold, how I found out about the brand, the styles I've picked up, how long it took to sell, and the price point that I priced them at. Because of course that's important as well, right? So let's get into it. These brands are in no particular order. I just jotted them down and then that's when I did my outline. So Spanx is the first one on the list. So if you guys aren't familiar with Spanx, Spanx is just more so a women's, how can I put it, silhouette type of vibe. So if you just want to look like you got everything all together, waist is snatched, tummy is in control, Spanx is the way to go. Now they do have so many different items from their brand, which is bras, tank tops, underwear, leggings. They have pretty much everything you can think of. Denim, jeggings, everything that will suck you in and make you look amazing. That is what Spanx is providing for you, okay? But I digress. I've picked up 5 items from Spanx. Now I heard about this brand on YouTube over the summer and I found my very first Spanx item and it was a pair of denim Spanx. Now at the time I was so intrigued by the brand that I finally found a bolo that I didn't really care about the style, which don't be like me, but I picked up a style and it was like more of a teal color, which is not an everyday pant color. So it did take quite a while to sell. It took over 90 days if I'm being completely honest, but it sold, and ever since then I realized that Spanx is a great brand to pick up. So I casually look for it while I'm out thrifting and I found it more and more and more. Now I've also picked up their velvet leggings. I've also picked up their denim jeans. I picked up diffusion lines, which are Assets and Star Power, and they've sold really well for me. Now most of these actually sold in under a month, but that first pair that I sourced, it took them over 90 days to sell, and I had to relist them and I had to find a stock photo in order for them to get the recognition that they deserved. You get what I'm saying? So there's that. And I was able to sell all of these Spanx items between $24, which were the diffusion brands, which are on a lower tier of course, and then as high as $50. So I think it's an amazing brand to pick up. If you have not put it on your bolo list, put it on your bolo list, because not only do they sell quick, but they sell for a really good amount. So Spanx is that girl. So Better Brand is a really good brand that I picked up randomly at one time, and it is geared for office wear. So if you are someone that works in the office and you like a casual look, also comfortable look, that's what Better Brand is for. It's like a yoga style pant, but it gives very much so professional. But they do offer different things inside the brand, which is dresses, tops, bottoms, everything you can think of. Better Brand definitely does offer it because that is just the style that they are going for, which is casual, businessy. So I found 4 items from this brand. Now I initially saw this brand in the thrift store and the label looked really fancy, and I actually felt the quality of the pants and I was like, wow, these look amazing. So I actually found this brand on my own, never heard of it or anything. I just saw the quality of the item and I saw the brand and I was like, wow, maybe this is something I should look into. Thank God I did, because it's an amazing brand to resell. Now I've only been able to find their work pants, and then I've also found a dress. Now the dress, I do believe it was an older style because the label on it looked pretty old, okay? But with the Better Brand pants, now those bring in the money, okay? It brings in the dough. I would say it does depend on the sizing, because I find that larger size tend to sell a lot quicker than the smaller sizes. but that's just my opinion. This brand definitely does sell within 60 days of you listing it, and you do need maybe a stock photo to give it the justice that it deserves, because we all know stock photos will sell an item a lot quicker for you. I've been able to sell this item between $28 all the way up until $40. Now the $28 mark is where I sold the dress at, so that just gives you an idea that the pants will go for $30 and over. All right, so we're gonna move on to Lulu's. Now Lulu's is just a brand that pretty much sells a wide range of things, but they're more popular for their dresses. Now their dresses range from formal to proms to casual. They pretty much have everything under the sun, which is amazing. I've been able to source 6 Lulu's dresses. Now I also found out about this brand while I was out there. I literally picked up one of the dresses because I thought it was cute. I know. Remember I told y'all don't pick up stuff because it's cute? Listen to your gut when it comes to an item that you see in the thrift store. Because when I found the brand, I believe it was a yellow dress that I found and didn't think anything of it. I just thought it looked nice. I don't believe during this time I was checking actual comp. I was checking the website and then what they sell it for, and that's what I based my prices off of. Now I listed this dress and it sold for $38 within a few days, and I was like, really? So then I was like, well, interesting. And I just started picking up all of the Lulu's that I found. All of their dresses, I picked them up. I've picked up wedding dresses, prom dresses, graduation dresses, casual dresses, evening dresses, birthday dresses, like anything you can think of, I picked them up. And they've all sold for a really good amount every single time. They always sell within 90 days. So I did try to give it a little bit of grace of knowing that we are in a different season and people may not be looking for dresses. So there's that. So for me, they've always sold between $31 at the lowest and then $49 at the highest. And that's just what I love about Lulu's, is that it's a good return on investment no matter what, for me anyways. All right, so the next one is Juicy Couture. Now this one is a little bit fun only because it's vintage, and I think selling vintage is really fun because these pieces are not going to be remade. Granted, Juicy Couture very much so was remade, but I digress. Now, Juicy Couture is one of those brands that you have to be really careful with what you pick up, because it's a specific type of item that you have to pick up in order for it to sell well, because Juicy actually became reincarnated not too long ago. So they kind of brought it back out and they picked up the same styles that were popular in the early 2000s, which kind of messes up the vintage Y2K vibe that we are going for, because now why would people buy something that was made in, you know, early 2000s when they can go into Forever 21 and pick it up, you know, for 15, 20 bucks. So that's the only thing that really fucking sucks, but I digress. So I've been able to sell 7 items from Juicy Couture, but more so their Y2K vintage items. Now this particular brand I've picked up because I was on Depop Reddit and they were talking about how the girls are in love with Y2K and everything about it was vintage vibes. The first thing that I picked up, and I found both of them together, was 2 pairs of track pants. Now I was ecstatic because I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, I found Juicy, finally. And I listed it at $35. Now I of course looked on Depop because that's where it was selling, and it was selling like hotcakes. Looked on Depop and I saw that most people had theirs for about 50, 60, 40, 30. The price pretty much varied because some pieces are more sought after than others. So that is another thing to note, is that when you do find Juicy Couture, it needs to be blinged out in some way. Do not pick up regular, smegular, plain ones, because they will sell for a low dollar amount, and then I'm gonna get to that in a second. So if you do find Juicy Couture, let it be blinged out in the front. It's always gonna be blinged out in the back, but just have some type of vibe to it. So I've been able to thrift their velour jackets, their velour pants, and then also their terry cloth jacket as well. So I've been able to sell this brand in under 60 days. Sometimes it sells a lot quicker, sometimes it takes forever and a day, but 60 days is, I feel like, is a good enough time. 90 days technically is the time frame you want an item to sell from when you list it, because after that, that just means that the item that you picked up may be a little bit of garbage, but That's just my opinion. So I've been able to sell this brand between $19 all the way up until $40. Now, the lowest end is items that are not blinged out. It's nothing really going for it. So of course they're not gonna pay up for that. So just keep that in mind. Do not pick up all Juicy Couture because you're gonna be mad, okay? But pick it up when it is blinged out and is actually vintage. All right, so the last thing that is on my top 5 100% sell-through rate list is none other than Lilly Pulitzer. So I sourced my first Lilly Pulitzer dress. Actually never heard about the brand. I saw the print and I thought that it looked cute, okay? This goes back to what I was telling y'all. I thought it looked cute and I was like, wow, this print is so fun. It's cute. It's like a, it was like a knit material. I'll try to pop it on the screen so you guys can see. And I sold it for $55 and I was like, it must be the brand. The brand is what's selling this. So ever since then, I was like, I have to pick it up. I have to pick it up. And it's always exciting for me to pick up Lilly Pulitzer because I know I'm gonna make bank off of it, okay? And when I say bank, I just mean a little bit over what I'm used to making on items. So with Lilly Pulitzer, I picked up 8 items and it went from formal, casual, pajamas, pants. Like I've picked up pretty much anything you can think of with Lilly Pulitzer. I've never picked up the Target Lilly Pulitzer or the children Lilly Pulitzer because it just doesn't sit right with my spirit, I'm gonna be honest. Lilly always sells in under 60 days for me every single time. I don't have to relist it. Lilly will automatically get the attention that you want on your closet, especially if you have a amazing stock photo, because like I said before, stock photos will sell the fuck out of your item. Like every single time it'll sell the item for you. And I've always been able to sell Lilly between 26 all the way up until 65. Now of course the 26 is because it's Lilly Pulitzer's pants, but y'all gonna see that in another video. But yeah, so I really wanted to be very forthcoming with my low dollar amount all the way up until the, you know, instead of giving you guys an average, I want to give you guys what's the lowest I've sold this brand for and then what's the highest I've sold this brand for. So those are 5 brands that I have a 100% sell-through rate with, and those are brands that I'm gonna always pick up when I go sourcing. And I mean always, because I know I'm gonna make some money and a little bit more on top of that. So I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. Just like Alicia said on Murray Life, please, 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 if you are a reseller watching this video, I highly suggest you making this video and tagging me because I really want to watch it. But anyways, bye y'all.